Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Thursday, November 29th, 2018. Breakfast. Let's go right into it. Question of the day. Let's talk about breakfast for champions. All right, and no, we're not talking about Wheaties here. Not talking about Wheaties. And by the way, I don't think that's a breakfast of or for champions. I'll tell you what is not a breakfast for or of champions, and it's donuts and chocolate milk. If you haven't seen the email that we got sent about Jace, you need to check that out. But long story short, this man, this growing child, this growing boy is making choices at breakfast that aren't really, that of champions. So you can't blame them. But I'll tell you what a breakfast of champions or for champions does not look like, or what it isn't. And what it isn't is donuts and chocolate milk. That's what it isn't. That I know for a fact. For a fact, a breakfast for champions is not donuts and chocolate milk. Okay, much better options than that. In fact, I think no options would be better than that option. So here's, that's what happens in the circumstance, and there's no one to to look at but ourselves. And so it's definitely on us to educate. I mean, we can't leave it to anybody else to educate them on it. Now the problem is, it gets interesting when you give a 5-year-old that choice, right? You give them that choice, and if in fact what I think happens, or what I think is going on, is that he and I and all of us are addicted to sugars. I mean, the amount of sugar he has is amazing, right? And so definitely addicted to it. Hey, City, have a good day. Good job today. So this is exactly what we don't want to happen, as far as giving them the choices, the options that they have. And so if you give a kid have an option to eat either banana or oatmeal, or something that does not look like it has chocolate on it or has chocolate in it, such as chocolate milk or donuts covered with sugar. So much better options, but all day long a kid is going to choose those options, if not educated, if not understanding, if addicted. That's what they're going to do. And so what's the answer to this is just continue to educate, continue to I'm going to say monitor the choices. But I think that to controlling the choices that's not the answer, right? Controlling what they eat, what they have. I mean, and if you think about it, why even the option, or why even the choice of it anyway in the first place? Why have the choice of this? They're going to choose it all day long. And then it comes down to money and profit, and it's a business, and all of these things. But at the end of the day, that's definitely the wrong choice, wrong message to send to the kids. What's up, Keegan? Have a good day, man. Good job. And so we have to, who else is gonna protect them? Who else is going to ensure that they're going to understand what a good nutrition is, or what good choices are? Because that's just not a good choice. And I think he's at the point, and kids are at the point, where it's too young for them to truly understand what happens. Adults, we know what happens but they don't put that together yet. I don't think at that age. Now, it's not in the program. It's not, and it should be. Instead of teaching, history, or something that necessarily I would prioritize health over history. Some could probably argue that, but without health, you have nothing. So, math, I don't know if calculus is something that is better than, or beneficial for individuals than nutrition or finance, or I mean any of it. Like it's interesting. Once your kids start going through it, I mean we didn't see it, we didn't know. We've got packaged cheese and cartons of milk, and I don't know. I think we had options of chocolate milk, to be honest. And I don't think we never grew up with it in our house, so I didn't have that problem. But we did grow up with just regular milk, and but we did put sugar on everything. I watched my brothers pour sugar on Kellogg's cornflakes. I still remember this, and then getting to the bottom, and it has that spoonful of sugar. So at the end of the day, not a breakfast for champions for any individual, no matter. And why do that when we're young? And another thing was brought up is there was a lady that commented, or another mom that's saying that even when she went through school, if you have the sugar in the morning, you're gonna crash in the day, and so like you're kind of setting these kids up for failure. Like give them some sugar in the morning, and then throughout school, and you want them to pay attention, and then they just start crashing. So sugar crash is real. I just like why even have that? Present that as an option. They'll choose it all day long. So there's a rant on this, and we can. Yeah, we're gonna talk. Ava and I are gonna talk about this, so it'll be fun. Jamming. I haven't talked about the workout yet. Here it is. Leg day today. Goblet squats and lunges. We got back squats before this. Goblet squats. Remember, we're holding it tight. The closer the weight is to your body, the better, the lighter it's gonna be. Staying on the lunges. And we'll talk about this when you get there, but you don't want your knee tracking on the inside when you lunge out. So I give myself a little bit of space. We lunge out, and I want that knee still continuing to track outside of that toe. I don't want that knee to come in. All right, so the same rules or the same things that we focus on the squat, same thing for the lunge. Stay nice and vertical, pull our shoulders back, and then you can step right through this. Goblet squat, same thing. Stay vertical, keep it close. Jay said his forearms were starting to burn from holding it the 20 times. I think we may have to break this up. May not be able to hit all 20, especially later in the rounds. You got a lot. You got a lot of volume here, strictly only in 10 minutes, and so you're condensed, and so you want to speed through, but your legs may not let you. Fun workout. I'm excited. So do me a favor, don't have donuts and chocolate milk prior to doing this, because it's just not a breakfast for champions. It's not. It never will be, and it never was. So stop thinking, or stop. Just stop. Stop eating breakfasts that aren't for champions. Breakfasts. See ya.